Hello traders, welcome back to another market analysis review. So you're looking at volatility 25 index, of which I already shared the video I think a few days ago. It's like one day ago, and the video already has like 95 views. I think it's 95 views, and the broker that I use is in the description below. Make sure that you sign up with them. Whenever I share like these type of setups, make sure that you are trading with the best broker, of which it's Trev, guys. So without wasting any time, let's get into the charts so that you can get to understand each and everything that I've explained on this particular setup. And it went in our direction, and it's not like I'm sharing videos whereby the setups go in our direction only, guys. Now there are setups that are losers, and I will always share them so that you can learn how to trade, guys. And for those who are looking for my mentorship, or those who want to join my inner circle, I have already opened a group for you guys so that you can start learning with us and know how to trade the markets, and all the strategies that I use will be shared in that group, guys. Now so for you to join, it's just 50 bucks, and it's a once-off payment whereby you're not going to pay monthly like other groups whereby you pay monthly but like you see no results, guys. In this video, let's get into the important stuff so that you can know how I trade and how I view the markets, guys. So without wasting any time, let's get into it. So guys, we are on the charts, and I was looking at the 24-hour time frame, if I'm not mistaken, and what I was looking at was this piece of price action within this point. As you can see, the market is pushing to the downside. We had those higher highs and higher lows within this point here, and higher high, higher low, higher high, and the market gave us a lower low, lower high, which is around this point. My microphone is a bit far, that is why I'm not seeing the charts. I hope this adjustment will be working fine, guys. So we can already see that we had this lower high here, then we had a lower low, of which that is a break of structure to the downside. So there's a break of structure to the downside, just like that, and we can just say that this is our BOS. So whenever I see this type of formation going on, guys, what happens is that I look for my areas of interest and then also map out like my previous high and my lowest low so that we can look for the internal structure and then get that market structure shift in the markets, guys. So as you can see from this point here, we have this fair value gap here, of which having a fair value gap is an advantage whenever you're looking for your supply and demand. So in this case here, you have a fair value gap within this point, and then at the top of that fair value gap, you will see a buy to sell candle. In this case is because we're looking for our supply area. So as you can see from this point here, this is our buy to sell candle. Then we are just going to use everything that's going on here. But like if you want to be like granular with your analysis, you can also use like this area here, map out like this whole area just like that. But like I like using like this here, or this indecision candle here, or this retest within that point. So now we have our overall trading range, knowing that this is our highest point and then this is our lowest point here. So it means that whenever the market decides to break structures, let's say maybe for example the market decided to push up just like that, we know that we are no longer going to look for selling opportunities, but like we're going to look for our buying opportunities in this case, guys. Now so let me just remove that. So now you already know that we are looking for sales, and then we are targeting this low here. Then we are on the 24-hour time frame, guys, which means that this overall movement has to reach this area here. If our trade analysis are correct, it has to reach that point, just because sometimes the market is unpredictable. You can just analyze everything to a T, and then the market will just do its thing. It happens, guys. So let's look at the 4-hour time frame. Sorry about that, guys. Now so on the 4-hour time frame, what you can clearly notice is that right at that area, you can obviously see that we had a buy to sell candle, whereby it gave us that nice indecision candle, of which we talked about this in the previous video, just like that. So after having this area here of interest, you can clearly notice that we tapped into the midpoint, guys. Now and I'm sorry about the background noise, by guys. Now my baby's playing in the other room. She's not sleeping, I don't know why, and it's already like one in the morning, but like she's not sleeping. So on the 1-hour time frame, this is where you're going to understand each and everything, just because I was looking at this overall structure here. So we had our high here, the current market structure before tapping into an area of interest. Ne? So we have your high, your low, then you have your high right there. So whenever you have this type of formation going on, what you expect is for the market maybe to come back into this area of interest, and then that is when you continue looking for those buying opportunities. But like in this case, we tapped into an area of supply nicely into that midpoint. Then that is when we got the reaction around this point here. So we switched to the 15-minute time frame. Sorry about that, guys. We switched to the 15-minute time frame. As you can clearly notice, is that we tapped into it, and then instead of breaking structures, as you can see, we pulled up, having a break of structure here, just like that. Break of structure. Then after having the break of structure, we already know that the market has to come into an area of interest. Let's say maybe this one was an area of interest, for example. Then we have to take out this previous high here. So we failed to take out that previous high. As you can see, we created a wick creation, whereby that wick creation has a mini double top within this point, of which that is liquidity within this point here. Within this high, there was liquidity, so we can just extend it to show that liquidity has been swept at that high. Then after that, the market created a lower low within this point, of which this signals a change of character, just because instead of breaking structures, we created a lower high, then a lower low within that area. So it means that that is your church, guys. Now, then after having a chart, you already know that you have to use your Fibonacci tool. It's a very important tool for me, just because it works very nicely, guys. Now, so from the high to the low, you can obviously see that the market tapped into that buy to sell candle, and also tapping into the golden zone, of which it's this one. Let me just make it a bit gold or yellow. Let me just make it yellow, so that whenever I'm saying the golden zone, you already understand what I'm talking about. So the golden zone has been mitigated very nicely to a T, whereby even if you took the trade at that golden zone, you wouldn't be in any drawdown, guys. That's how special my trading is, or simple how my trading is simple. Make it very simple to a point whereby you can understand each and everything that I'm saying without having any hassle. So as you can see from this point here, we have your buy to sell candle, of which that's your order block within this point. And guys, something that you need to understand is that you need to be passionate with your trading. And then whenever you're passionate, you wouldn't be like thinking trading taking trading like a 9 to 5, just because you're passionate at what you're doing, you love what you're doing, and then you can just explain everything without having any issues. As you can see from my videos, I don't have any issue doing a video at midnight, just because I'm passionate about like what I'm doing. Even if like I get low views, like I told you, for those 5 views, those 10 views, I'm happy, just because I know that what I'm doing is helping someone out there. Even though they don't comment or they don't click the like button, it's still okay, as long as I'm changing your life, or I'm changing your trading strategy, or I'm changing your strategy in general. It's okay, guys. So as you can see here, we have a low, then you have your lower high within this point, then you have your lower low, so which means that this is your new break of structure, guys. Now, so after having the BOS, obviously we need to look for our buy to sell candle. So this buy to sell candle here was obviously the area of interest. So this is the buy to sell candle within this point here. Then after the market sold off, we can just clone this thing here, knowing that this low here got taken out. So after taking out this low, we already know that we have a new trading range, of which it's this high here, it's this high here, and this low here. So that is your overall trading range. That is what we were looking at on the previous video. So you can just switch back to the video and just watch it. So we were looking at the structure from this high to this low here, but like the market was still around this point. So we had that 3 candle pullback, as you can obviously see. We can just extend everything, and then we mitigated very nicely into the golden zone, like I told you guys now. So we can just remove that. You can obviously see that this is also a fair value gap, guys. Now, so I'm just gonna switch to the 1 hour time frame, so that I can just refine that zone to a point whereby you can understand. So as you can see, we talked about this fair value gap also, guys. It's not like I'm talking things that I was not talking about in the previous video. You can watch it and then see everything. So as you can see right here, we tapped into it, then we sold off. So this was our trading idea for VEX 25 previously. So now we have this major low taken out. So after taking out this major low here, you can obviously see that the market created a lower low, lower high. Then we have your break of structure again. So after even this break of structure, obviously we just need to look for an area of interest so that we can start looking for continuations to the downside. So in this case here, we didn't have the 3 candle pullback, of which that is what I'm waiting for. But like at this stage, I'm looking at this sell buy to sell candle, of which it's this one here. And as we can see, we still have some type of movement going down. So if we push to the downside a bit, that is when it's gonna be valid. But like at this stage, it's not valid. If you take your Fibonacci tool from the high to the low, you can obviously see that the market is within the 0.5, of which this can be valid, or we can just refine this thing, just because refining also works, guys, man. So we can just refine this thing to this current candle here, and then of which it leaves a gap within this area. That's your imbalance or your fair value gap right there. Then you can have this area here as an inducement. So whenever you have like these things stacking up like on each other like this, just know that this trade is going to be perfecto, chef's kiss, guys, nah? So around this point, we're just waiting for the market to pull back, tap into this area, then that is when we can sell. But like if that fails, just know that we still have an area of interest, of which it's this one here, buy to sell candle. So this is our area of interest. So that is if this one fails here, then that is when we can start looking for sales at the top of this structure point here. So I think I've explained each and everything to my fullest best. And if you didn't understand, drop a comment in the comment section. And yeah, guys, I'll see another video. And for those who want to join our inner circle, like I told you, everything is there. You can just join for 50 bucks, and that is it. Then you get started with your trading, get to know more about how I trade and how I understand the markets, so that you can understand them, pass your performance, make money in the markets. Then life goes on, guys. So I'll see you on another video. Peace and love.